Hey everyone, Retro John here, and today I am going to take a look at 3 different figures from the new Star Wars Mission Fleet action figure line from Hasbro. The other day I released a video where I reviewed the Star Wars Mission Fleet Mandalorian set, which came with the speeder bike, the Mandalorian figure, and the child figure, along with a slew of different accessories. And I have these, so I thought I'd go ahead and throw these out there, and we'll go ahead and take a look at these. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging on these. So the packaging on these, as you can see, are pretty much the same with the exception of the artwork and, of course, the figure inside. So here we have Boba Fett with this cool little jetpack, which just happens to resemble the Slave One. I absolutely love that, and I can't wait to open this up and take a look at it further. We have the Mission Fleet logo here on the bottom, as well as the Star Wars logo here. We have the Disney Hasbro logo down here. So, we turn it over to the back, and we kind of get an idea of what to expect with the figures inside. I apologize for the glare. Does look like it does come with a normal jetpack, as well as his gun, and it shows that the wings on his other pack vehicle will swerve. So this is pretty cool, and I actually like how tiny these guys are. We also have a couple of the other figures that are in this line. Here we have Chewbacca and a Stormtrooper. Speaking of Chewbacca, we also have Chewbacca here. He is one that I bought because I also bought the Mission Fleet Millennium Falcon, which comes with Han Solo. And of course, if you have Han Solo, you have to have Chewie. So again, we got that same design here, along with the name of the figure inside the blister, and the really cool little artwork here on the packaging. On the back, we also get an idea of what kind of vehicle he comes with, accessories. We have the other 2 figures in this line, Boba Fett and Asoka. And I swore I didn't plan this, but speaking of Asoka, we have Asoka Tano right here. She's the other one I built, and I believe as of right now she may be the only female character in this lineup. At least I haven't seen a Princess Leia or anything like that. So here we have that artwork featuring Ahsoka, her little vehicle, and 2 different lightsabers, as well as the figure inside. We turn it over, we do get her in her little vehicle speeder. And yeah, we also have the other characters in this line. I do not have a Stormtrooper, so we can't go directly into a Stormtrooper fadeaway. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up, and we'll take a look at the figures outside of the packaging. Alright, here we have our little figures out of the package, and they are quite small. So let's go ahead and go down the line. We'll start with my favorite character here, Boba Fett. We'll go over all the articulation, and they're going to be about the same for all of them. So they have, we'll go ahead and take his backpack off, which is removable. We'll go into that a little further. Their heads are on a ball joint, so you can get a nice range of motion out of these guys. You can move them up, down, left, right. Very cool. I actually really love the head articulation on these things. Their arms can go out about that far. They don't get to go out too far. They do go forward and backwards. They don't have any other articulation in the arm, but in the hand, they do have wrist articulation, kind of like on a ball joint. I have learned that these do kind of pop out fairly easily, so just a little heads up on that. There is no waist articulation or anything like that. The feet or the legs do go forwards and backwards. There's no bends at the knees or the feet. That's pretty much all you're getting right there. You saw earlier that I removed his backpack, so we're going to go ahead and put that on. Let's go with the details first. So we have Boba Fett, and these figures are actually quite detailed. He even has the little dent on his helmet. He's got his antenna, all painted different colors as they should be. Looks like we might have a little bleeding over here. I mean, not bleeding, but a little mess up, but that's fine. We have his nice little chest plate. He is missing his Mandalorian, or his insignia here on his shoulder. But he does also feature his wrist gauntlets. Again, quite detailed, just like with that Mandalorian figure. He's got the little yellow knee pads. He's got those classic boots there. Go around to the back. He actually has, if you look closely, he's got that woven braided Wookiee fur, which is awesome. We got his little buckles there. And then we got this big peg, and this peg's for two different accessories. First off, his backpack, which he comes with already plugged in. Excuse me, got the hiccups. He does have his little cape, which is part of the sculpt of the jetpack, but it is painted as a separate color than the pack. And the pack is pretty much just this. It's just a straight bluish color, bluish gray. But it looks like Boba Fett's pack, which is really cool. He also comes with his blaster, classic Boba Fett blaster. And you can put this in either hand, does not matter. And it typically fits really well. So pretty cool. So now we take this jetpack off, and then he has his Slave 1 jetpack. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the details here on this real quick. We get this nice dark red with the bright yellow here on it. Got a nice shiny gunmetal silver here where the window would normally be in the normal Slave 1. We also get the wings, which are movable. They can turn all the way around. They also come right off, by the way. They pop right off. They're not glued in or anything. In fact, while taking this out of the package, this kind of came off. But it doesn't come off very easily. So, we even have that nice Boba Fett Mandalorian Bounty Hunter insignia here. Bright yellow. We turn it over here. Now, there's no... the guns don't move or anything like that, but you'll notice it does have a couple of C-clips. That is because you can actually take his gun, and let me take a look here and see exactly how this is done. Okay. I had to look real quick. Oh, there goes Asoka. So this is kind of meant... and they're so small. Let's see. It looks like it might go like this. Yeah. With the handle just like that. So there's a spot for his handle. I'm dropping everything here. I don't know if you could do that with the jetpack. Dropsies. It doesn't look like you can do that with the jetpack. I'm still trying to drop the blasted thing. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really look like it'll clip on, so you can just clip the gun here to either one of the wings. And then what you do is you just clip it onto the back like so, or just plug it in. And there you go. He's ready to fly. And what's cool about this is if he chooses to fly, he can fly like this, just like the normal Slave 1 would normally fly. You can fly like this. So it's however your imagination decides to have him fly. And he's got these guns here. You can even give him his own gun, so he can do some flybys with his gun. You'll notice this is a very pliable plastic, very pliable. So sometimes it's too pliable and it's a little difficult to get in the hand. There we go. So then you can fly and go. So pretty cool. I wasn't really too sure about these little figures originally, but they're growing on me. They really are. Let's see if I can get him to stand with the pack on. He's quite heavy. There we go. Next, we'll go over to Chewie. Now, Chewie is slightly different. He does have the head on a ball joint, and you still can get some motion out of it, but because of his sculpted fur, you're not going to get a lot of up and down motion with him, but you can still get it to go left and right. His arms will also still go out. In fact, they'll go out a little further because there's nothing hindering them, and quite tight too. They do go forward and backwards. He does have the same wrists. and his legs will go forward and backwards, and no other articulation. Let's go over the details. So you'll notice right off the bat, I'm playing with this, and if I had one gripe about this figure, is I'm glad this is a separate piece and you can remove it if you want. However, it always wants to come off. So that's kind of a thing. Looks like we have, I like the different color browns. We got like 2 or 3 different browns on this guy. He looks very mean. He's like, we got the nice grays here for his hands and the bottom of his feet, which do have sculpted toes on the bottom, which is really cool. I like the sculpted fur. This really neat animated like look. It really goes well with him. So he does come with a few accessories. First off, he wouldn't be Chewbacca without his bowcaster. And that can go in any hand that you choose. And there you go. He's ready to fight. He's ready to shoot. So we're going to take this off because of his other accessory, which is his vehicle, which there is assembly required with this vehicle. You will have to plug these in, and it bothers me because you can tell they're not even, and I don't know why these are not even. They're in the same hole. They just plug right into that middle hole. Maybe I have them on backwards. I don't know. We'll plug them in the other way and see what happens. Nope, same exact. I don't know what's going on. It's driving me nuts though. And then we have this. The wings here are also a separate piece. They just plug in to that little peg up there, and there is a certain way you can see on how it has to be plugged in. So you just plug that in like so, and now his vehicle is ready to go. So how you do this is quite a pain, actually. It's very difficult to get him in this vehicle. It probably needed to be a little skinnier. Seems we don't have any ball joints to widen the leg stance. So the way the package shows is his feet are right here on these little feet holders, I guess. And you see I'm having issues plugging him in. Not really plugging him in. And this does not go up and down, so you really have to, there you go, to that. And then his foot just kind of, there we go. Alright, so now you can take his hands. Now these are separate pieces. So you can take his hands, they can hold on to the handles. There we go. Now one more thing you can do is you can take his bowcaster, and you see there's a little slot right here. You can take his bowcaster, line it up, and just plug it right in. Gotta find the right spot. But you can just plug it right in, so it can be an extra gun, an extra crooked gun. Oh my God, this is driving me nuts. The problem with this plastic is it's very, very gummy. So, and yeah, this is driving me nuts. It's so uneven. So there you go. There is Chewbacca in his vehicle. They do not, I don't believe, have names for these vehicles. No, they do not have names. I'm looking actually on the packages. There are no names for these vehicles. So that is kind of a bummer, because Star Wars fans want to know what the name of the vehicles are. But yeah, and also I don't have any problem standing this thing up either. So now we'll take a look at Asoka Tano. She has the same head movement, but again, she's got these tendrils that are hindering her headpiece, or hindering her head movement. She can go up and down, very limited. It can go right to left, but again, hindered by her little headdress tendrils things. Again, nothing here in the shoulders hindering, so her arms can go out that far. Actually, they could probably go up all the way if you so choose, as you can see. They do go up and down. Got the wrist movement. Got the legs going up and down. So there you go. See if I can get this. Our arm doesn't want to go down. That's not. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the details on this little figure. So yeah, she's got her paint deco going on here. I mean, her headdress looks wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The correct blues, the correct whites. I love her outfit here. I think her skin tone is dead on. She has very loose headpiece here. It does look like it might be glued on, so hopefully don't put a lot of stress on that. But it doesn't feel like it's going to pop off. No, I mean, got the nice details on the boots there, the buckles. Very cool, very cool. Absolutely love it. So she does come with, again, a few accessories. First set is we have a couple of lightsabers. Yeah, she got, I remember watching the Clone Wars, but I don't remember one lightsaber being smaller than the other. So I don't know what that's about. And I could just be wrong. But she does come with 2 different lightsabers, so she can dual wield. And we can take these off. And we bring in her little vehicle. Now this does look just like a normal speeder of some sort. However, this will lift up. You will notice there's a couple of pegs here. She's got 2 peg holes at the bottom of her feet. So we just plug those feet into the peg holes like so. And you turn her wrists. This one is tight. It's very tight. She gotta get her to stay on. And then we just take this, plug her hands in, plug her feet back in. They do not want to stay in these peg holes. And there you go. Now she's on her vehicle. Cool thing about this is we have 2 fairly long seat clamps. The lightsabers can clip in there, supposedly. Guess there's a certain way these things have to clip in. I guess that's how that one clips in. And there we go. So that is kind of neat. She can clip her, there's a spot for her lightsabers, which is kind of neat. It also looks like it's firing lasers. So that's kind of cool. It doesn't have any rollers or anything like that. That would have been cool. So it looks like all of them except Boba Fett can hold all their accessories. Because his jetpack here cannot clip on to either of the C-clamps. So I will double check on that. But yeah, so unfortunately his jetpack just kind of stays off to the side when this is connected. But other than that, not too bad. I actually really dig this. This is really, really cool. And I love the fact that his big jetpack is basically, it's the slave one. Different color scheme than that, but still it's the slave one. So, and he is a little on the back heavy side, but this stem here actually helps him stand just fine. Alright, final thoughts on these. I wasn't too sure about these, honestly. I knew I wanted to get Boba Fett just because I'm a Boba Fett fan. But I wasn't sure about getting an entire collection or a line. And I'm still not sure. I think I really just want to get the characters I want. But I like these little guys. I think they're really neat. They're definitely made for kids. They got that really nice animated look to them. They're small. I mean, we're probably looking, if I brought a tape measure in, you're probably looking at maybe 2 inches. So, and they got some decent articulation, especially in the heads. And yeah. Now, if we can get Jango Fett and some of the other bounty hunters in this line, that would be amazing. That would be really, really cool. There is also no normal Luke. We have an X-Wing Luke with a helmet on, sculpted on. I don't own it, but he's out there along with Darth Vader, who comes with a TIE fighter, I believe, or a TIE bomber. His TIE fighter. So those are the only ways to get Luke and Vader, but a normal Luke, not in his X-Wing suit, would be really nice to have. As I stated, Asoka Tano is the only female in the line. We also have Clone Wars Anakin in the line. Let's see. But we don't have a Princess Leia. We don't have a regular Luke. I'm sure somewhere down the line we'll get a Yoda and an Obi-Wan. So yeah, I like how they're going through all the different versions of these. Like we got the original trilogy, we've got the prequel trilogy. I haven't seen any sequel trilogy figures yet, so something to kind of look out for. But these are really neat. These are really cool. They're not for everybody. So if this is something that you might be interested in, I've seen these at Walmart and Target. They run for about $8 a piece. And for that, you get the figure, typically like some type of a jetpack or a vehicle, as well as weapons. So pretty cool, pretty neat. I actually really do enjoy this. And I don't know, who knows? Maybe I will. I think because I'm only missing like maybe 3 or 4 figures out of this line so far. So that's it for this review. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Hit the like button and let me know what you think of this these little figures. Let me know if this is something you'd be interested in. Until next time, may the Force be with you.